Hey, what's up? This is Biggs. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video, so thank you for whoever's watching. Um, yeah, so I've been wanting to create a channel for a while, at least over a year, and I didn't know what I would talk about, but this weekend I got that answer. So I facilitate uh, people on their journey with plant medicine, whether it's cannabis or uh, mushrooms. I always been a fan of plant medicine. Of course, when I was younger, it was just for fun. But as I got older, I started seeing the benefits, and then I got into spirituality, and that's a whole nother topic there. Um, but this weekend, I had a client cancel at the last minute, well, reschedule because they had a family emergency, and it happens, all right? So I decided I was going to take this journey on my own this weekend, you know? And I took 3.5 grams, standard dosage of, what was it? I don't remember the strain, but I took the medicine sitting in my backyard here. And of course, when you take these journeys, all kinds of things pop in your head. What is the purpose of life? Why are humans on this earth? And all those things pop in my head. But the biggest takeaway for me this time was detachment. And in my experiences, I used to get caught up in those expectations. And so during this trip, I realized that expectations can diminish a true experience. And how that came about is the woman that I was going to do the journey with, she texted me, and I told her, I said, oh, well, I just took some, you know, I'm about to take this journey. So she's super excited, has all these questions. And she's asking me, what does it feel like? What are you thinking about? And I've never had a trip like that where I interacted with someone over the phone. So that was different. But, I don't recommend that, especially if you're new to it. But she knew what I was doing, and she was very inquisitive, of course. And that's when I realized expectations can affect what we experience. She asked me a question, and we went back and forth a little bit. But then she said, "Oh, remember that for when I do my journey." And for some reason, it just popped in my head to tell her we might not even talk about that, you know? And that's when that whole realization of expectations came to me. For instance, let's say, you're going to a party and you're hoping that X, Y, and Z happens at this party, or you meet X, Y, and Z at this party. When you go and those expectations or those desires don't happen, you might view that as a negative, and it's the experience truly isn't negative, but because you had these desires and expectations, it somehow lessens, how positive that experience was. And I realized, like, with everything, it's like that. And so, because of that, that's where detachment came from. And I was like, I got to learn to detach. Um, so, let's say you get in a car accident, and some people get in a car accident and freak out. And I mean, hopefully no one gets seriously injured, anything like that. That, yeah, no one wants to experience that. But let's say you get in a car accident. I think how we detach from that situation is, well, I came up with these three P's. It's perception, or how you perceive that situation, how you process that situation, and then how you proceed for your desired goal. So you get in this car accident. Okay, it happens. That's one thing you can automatically, say, hey, accidents happen. But there are those people that get in an accident and want to freak out and be upset, and you know, which is really unnecessary. Um, because it's an accident, unless it's some road rage stuff. But it takes two for road rage to happen, so keep that in mind. But say you get in this accident, okay, it happened. It's inconvenient, you know, and there was nothing you could have done about that. So don't blame yourself. Don't blame the other person. It happened, right? How you process that is, okay, I was in an accident. Hopefully no one was seriously hurt. You know, now I got to figure out how I get to work on Monday or whatever. You know, uh, now I got to get a rental car. All those things. You process those things, right? Make any arrangements, and then how you proceed is, I think, key, because that determines how you view that entire situation from day one to day 38. When you finally get your car back. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. Not everything is bad. Not everything is good. Some things just happen, and we need to learn to detach from that. You know, um, and I think just in practicing that, even over the last couple of days, just practicing that really helped shift my perspective on a lot of things, and not even be so upset about certain things, or not be bothered by certain things. So, you know, just take a minute, take a step back, breathe, and then, like I said, how's that incident perceived? How do you process it? And then how do you proceed? You know, and don't beat yourself up. Things happen. So I don't know who need to hear that, but that's what I got from this trip. You know, um, and like I said, that's one of the things, one of the big takeaways I got. There was other questions, of course. Like, one question that came to me was, if you're a racist person and you take shrooms, would you still be racist? I don't think so. But that's I don't know why that came to me, but I'm by no means racist. But yeah, that was one of those questions. Another one that came to me was, that I'm still trying to process, was greed. And why does greed exist? You know, uh, because, like I said, I was sitting here in my backyard, and when I'm on my journey, I just feel oneness, and to me, that's what spirituality is. Being just connected and feeling that connectedness. And I think if more people experience those feelings, I think the world would be a lot different. And maybe that's why these medicines are so have such restricted access, because they would change how we think. You definitely question everything. You have different respect for things, like for plants, and animals, and everything. When you realize, like, wow, this everything exists and lives in harmony except humans, you know. Yeah, there's cycles of life and, preys and predators in the wild, but that's by design. Uh, I feel like humans, we make a choice. And, you know, yeah, it was a good trip, by myself. I don't always recommend that, but that's what I do. I help people that want to explore, you know, plant medicine, whether it's cannabis, mushrooms. I've done ayahuasca a few times. I've done combo, which is a frog medicine. I've done bufo, the toad medicine. I've done rapé, the tobacco. Of course, cannabis, mushrooms. You know, um, but yeah, just if, I don't know where this channel is gonna go, or I don't even know where this video is gonna go. But it is what it is, and I'm gonna post it. So for anyone that watches the video, anyone that has any questions, if there's something I can help answer, I'd be more than happy to. Um, but yeah, so I don't have any clever closing line or anything, but I'll see you guys in the next video.